Hello and welcome to the UPSC channel. This is episode 8 of the series, and today I will be discussing why cancer might recur. The idea of cancer returning after treatment can be frightening, and there are different reasons why this might happen. Surgeons do their best to remove all of the cancer during surgery, but it is always possible to leave behind a small group of cancer cells. If you have surgery with clear margins on your pathology report, and if a scan shows no evidence of cancer, it can be hard to understand why your cancer would come back. Even when no cancerous cells are seen at the edges of a tumor, some cancerous cells may have already spread via the lymphatic system to nearby tissues or through the bloodstreams to other regions of the body. These undetectable cells are referred to as micrometastases. After surgery, your surgeon may recommend more treatment if they feel that there is a risk that the cancer could come back. The extra treatment might be chemotherapy, radiation therapy, hormone therapy, immunotherapy, or a targeted cancer drug. This is sometimes called adjuvant treatment. Surgery and radiation therapy are considered local treatments. As such, they do not treat cancer cells that have traveled beyond the treatment region. The possibility of micrometastases is the reason that some people receive adjuvant chemotherapy. Chemotherapy, unlike surgery and radiation therapy, is considered a systemic therapy. It is designed to treat cancer cells in or near a tumor, as well as those that have spread beyond the areas that are treated with surgery and radiation. So why wouldn't chemotherapy kill all cancer cells in the body? The answer is that most chemotherapy drugs work at a particular point in the process of cell division, and different chemotherapy drugs work at different points in that process, but not all the cells in a cancer divide at the same time. Normal cells go into a long rest period between divisions. Cancer cells do too, although the rest period may be much shorter. Giving chemotherapy in a series of treatments helps to catch as many cells dividing as possible. Cells that were resting when you had your first treatment may be dividing when you have your next, and so will be more likely to die. And this is one of the reasons that people are often treated with more than one chemotherapy drug. It is unlikely that any chemotherapy treatment kills every single cancer cell in the body. Doctors try to reduce the number of cancer cells as much as possible, then the immune system kills off the remaining cells, or they may die off. Radiation therapy makes small breaks in the DNA inside the cells. These breaks stop cancer cells from growing and dividing and often make them die. Normal cells close to the cancer can also become damaged by radiation, but most recover and go back to working normally. If radiation therapy doesn't kill all of the cancer cells, they will regrow at some point in the future. Immunotherapy uses our immune system to fight cancer. Targeted cancer drugs work by targeting the differences in cancer cells that help them to grow and survive. Some drugs work in more than one way and may be both a targeted and immunotherapy treatment. Some immunotherapies or targeted cancer drugs may get rid of a cancer completely. Others may shrink the cancer or control it for some months or years. So a cancer may seem to have gone and may not show up on any scans or blood tests, but there may be a small group of cells that remain in the body. They can start to grow again after a while or when the treatment stops. Some mutations can make cancer cells resistant to cancer drugs. You can have a different type of treatment if this happens, but sometimes cancers develop resistance to many drugs at the same time, and this is called multi-drug resistance. Scientists have found a group of genetic mutations that they think can cause drug resistance. These mutations mean that the cancer cells can keep the drugs out. The resistant cells have high levels of a substance called P-glycoprotein. P-glycoprotein is a protein found in cell walls. The protein acts as a pump and removes toxins from cells. Cells with high P-glycoprotein levels are very good at keeping cancer drugs out. Researchers have been looking at drug resistance for almost as long as they have used cancer drugs. Other reasons that may cause cancer to come back are that cancer cells seem to possess the ability to hide for extended periods of time. There are a few theories that have been proposed to account for why they can do this. One theory is the idea of cancer stem cells, a subset of cancer cells. These cells divide more slowly than regular cancer cells, which makes them more resistant to treatments such as chemotherapy. While cancer treatments may kill off many regular cells, stem cells could remain alive, ready to grow again. Another concept is dormancy. Sometimes cancer cells can lie dormant like a plant during winter, and given the right circumstances, begin to grow again. These dormant cancer cells, which may be stem cells, may remain inactive for long periods of time before entering a rapid growth phase. A strong immune system can help keep cancer cells dormant. These days, doctors are able to cure many cancers, but some cancers can come back many years after treatment. So you may find that your doctor is very unwilling to use the word cure, even though there is no sign that you have any cancer left. Living with uncertainty can be very difficult. Even if doctors tell you that they are 95% certain your cancer has gone for good, you may find it very upsetting that no one can say for sure that you're cured. Some people find that they can't stop thinking about it even after the end of their treatment. For most people who are in this situation, each day lowers the risk of recurrence. Most cancers that are going to come back will do so in the first 2 years or so after treatment. After 5 years, you are even less likely to get a recurrence. If you are having difficulty dealing with a recurrence, please look into counseling and joining a support group. Well, that is all I have for today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. Thank you for listening, and if you found this video to be helpful, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive a notification when I release a new video. Love to all, and see you again soon.